you want to know everything you need to know about living in the Capitol Hill neighborhood of Denver, Colorado, this is the video for you. I'm going to talk about housing. I'm going to talk about how it's so freaking walkable, and also why I think if you're moving to Denver, this is one of the first places you should stop and check out. So stay tuned. Hey, in this video, I am excited to show you this neighborhood. I've lived in Capitol Hill 3 different times in my 12-year career in Denver, in 3 different areas of Capitol Hill, but also my special guest today, Matthew Marinick. This is my business partner, Matt. He's usually behind the camera, but he bought his first home in Capitol Hill, and so he's going to be joining us today and adding a lot of the color commentary of it. I'm going to tell you about the real estate side. He's going to tell you about why he loves to live here.
In the Cap Hill neighborhood, it's the center of Denver, but north of Cap Hill's North Cap Hill, but a lot of local residents call it Uptown. South of that is the Spear neighborhood. The west of Cap Hill is the Golden Triangle, and then lastly, east of Cap Hill is Cheeseman Park neighborhood. A lot of people think Cheeseman Park is a part of Cap Hill, but Denver recognizes it as its own neighborhood.
Cheeseman Park, best grass. It actually used to be a cemetery, but maybe all that fertile. You didn't know that? Cheeseman Park used to be a cemetery. Best grass of any park in Denver. Better than Wash Park. Say something! But what you guys didn't see is we almost got hit by a car after I just got done saying you need to be careful because a lot of these cars don't have
brakes.
Stop signs. Brakes, yeah. And yeah. Yes. All right, so over here is Poets Row. So a lot of apartments and a lot of condos, and they're all named after poets, appropriately named, right? So you have like Ralph Waldo Emerson. What's another poet, Matt?
Oh, Henry Wadsworth Longfellow.
Sure, I think that might be one. I don't think so. But walking up to the Capitol here, we have a couple awesome restaurants. Very Denver, very vegan friendly, vegetarian friendly. It's called City-O City. City-O City, great vegan vegetarian restaurant. One time, I didn't know that they were only vegetarian, and I was on a no cheese kick, and so I called them and I asked for a meat lovers pizza with cashew cheese, and they're like, is this a prank? Are you messing with me? But I really wanted the pizza, and it was good. So this is our Capitol building, our courthouse over there. There's a lot going on right here. This is the south side of really like where the city starts, and Colfax is the longest running continuous street in America. Fact check that. I'm 90% that's true. Right here, we're right by the step that denotes that you are officially 1 mile above sea level.
I believe Colfax 2 is before the introduction of I-70 in the interstates was the main entrance into Denver. So it was like the main highway. And when I think it was I-70 opened up, it actually really hurt the businesses on Colfax.
So it's a cool spot, Chiba Hut, fantastic stubs, and they're all named after ganja. They're all named after weed. But it's a great spot to go to because right down the street you have the Fillmore, you have the Ogden, and you have a couple music venues, and just like this is a cool place to go get some late night food.
On top of that, also Bus to Show. This is a pickup for Bus to Show. So a lot of people going to Red Rocks Amphitheater. You can pay, I don't know if it's like 15, 20 bucks, something like that. But they'll give you a safe ride to the show and back. And like I said, this is a pickup spot.
I think it's more like 30, but yeah.
As you can see, our outfit's changed. My hair's a bit longer.
It's a wardrobe change. How do you know your hair's longer?
Oh, it's because I got a haircut the day we did last video, but we had some audio issues. Take 2. Hopefully only 2.
All right, so this is a great corner right here. You have the One Up, which is an arcade bar. They have all kinds of games like Cruising USA, things like that, pinball, skee-ball, the Hot Shot game. And then they also have 50s, 40s. They have shots of Mad Dog 2020. So it's kind of like a divey hipster type place with arcade games, and it's cool. But then you got Sancho's Broken Arrow, which is, they got shut down. They got in trouble for COVID for serving when they shouldn't have. but a great place. It's a Grateful Dead bar, so great people watching. Just a very chill place. They have foosball and air hockey and things like that. We're right by Argonaut Liquors, which is the go-to liquor store. It's freaking huge. They actually deliver as well. And then you have the Fillmore and the Ogden, which are music venues. So after shows, really spills out onto the streets here. You got Slice Works Pizza to get a late night slice of pizza. But this is also what kind of makes parking suck if you live right in Capitol Hill, right on the area south of Colfax around Washington, just because people parking for shows, people coming to play games and things like that, it can get pretty packed. Cool. And we got the Ogden down the street. We have Fillmore. We have the Bluebird down further on Colfax. So there are a lot of music venues right around the area, and a music venue for each type of performer, whether you're creeping on the come up or you're full-blown famous, we got it for you. So I like the music scene here in Denver and in Cap Hill.
So my favorite breakfast place in Denver is Sassafras. They got a few locations.
What do you eat there?
I get there, the jambalaya is good. I've had that. Not much of breakfast food, but they have grits there, which is really good. I'm trying to think, a po' boy. All not breakfast food, but really
southern vibe though.
Yeah, very southern vibe.
So I'll tell you about some of the real estate in Capitol Hill. So for the most part, you're looking at condos in the area. If you are trying to find a single-family detached home, it's going to be an awesome house. It's going to be a historic house. Most of them are going to be built around the 1900s, 2,000 to 3,000 square feet. But it's going to cost you if you want to have your own house with a backyard in the area. Under $750,000 is going to be hard to come by. You're probably looking closer to $800 to $1 million range. So talking about condos, which is the majority of Capitol Hill. So the condos, you can find some. Like I looked earlier today, I saw one for $170,000, but it was 400 square feet, which smaller than most tiny homes. But for something that's around 1,500 square feet, you're looking, the median price in the area is around $400,000. You can find some that are up around like 2,200 square feet, and they could go up to about $750,000.
Here on 14th and Ogden, we've got the Corner Beat. It's a really great place. I like to work here sometimes. I'm all about getting out of the house because a lot of our work is remote, but it's a vegan type of place. So for me, I usually get like the salads, things like that. But just a really great environment to hang out, kind of a coffee shop slash cafe type of place.
So we are at the Molly Brown house. Who is Molly Brown? You didn't ask? Well, I'm going to tell you. Molly Brown they call her Unsinkable Molly Brown. She was a socialite in the Denver area, but also a survivor of the Titanic. She was in one of the boats that skirted away. She was recognized for being someone that urged everyone to go back and pick up more survivors, but they said nah because they were afraid of the boats getting tipped over. But yeah, it's right here in Capitol Hill. You can come tour this. They have museum tours closed right now, but a ridiculously nice house. Like I said, she was a socialite through big parties. She liked to get down, legend has it.
Up here on the right, going to my favorite coffee shop, Hudson Hill. I love it. I work here all the time, probably at least once a week. The coffee is super strong. Once you get that second one down, you get the jitters a little bit. I really like that, but it's just a great place to work. Mornings it's a coffee shop, but around 3-4 o'clock it turns more into a fancier cocktail bar. So mezcal drinks, Manhattans, things like that. It's just a great place to work. And then across the street is Your Mom's House, another divier venue. The shows I've seen there at Your Mom's House, a little more bands or groups on the up and coming. Definitely not saying AC/DC there, but still a good time. Still a good time. Super popular breakfast place here, Jelly on 13th and Pearl. Always a line. You'll be waiting for a while if you come here Saturday morning, anything like that. But unique menu, unique inside too, pretty cool inside. And then, yeah, like I said, there's always a line here, so definitely the locals, they like it. Over here is Pablo's Coffee. I try working here one day. they don't have Wi-Fi. They told me they'd rather me enjoy their coffee. Another thing I really love about living in Capitol Hill is a lot of options for grocery stores, so I love to cook myself. So right here behind me is a Whole Foods. It was open when I first moved in a couple years ago. When they opened the Whole Foods downtown by Union Station, they closed this one, but just this January or February, I think, they came out with the article, they're reopening it, and the new one's gonna have like a beer garden or a tap house. As well as Whole Foods, we got King Super and Trader Joe's, and up on Colfax, we also have a natural grocer. So there's actually 4 grocery stores just in the Capitol Hill area.
Do you not count 7-Eleven?
No.
Okay.
You could get a Mountain Dew and a frozen pizza.
Take this, because I got something to say about Park Tavern.
Tell us.
So, I used to live a block and a half here, and this place, Park Tavern, I'm talking low because I'm kind of talking shit. But Park Tavern used to be a divey place with pool tables. It didn't have this cool rooftop, and we redid it, and it's fine. I like it, but it lost that vibe that it used to have. But we'll check it out. Let's go check it out. So we got 2 Colorado places right here. We got Snarf Burger. That's new.
That is new for this neighborhood.
Yeah, I've never heard of Snarf Burger before. But Snarf's is a sub sandwich place where they toast them. They're good. And then you got Sexy Pizza.
So sexy.
No, Sexy Pizza. It's good pizza, but
It's not bad.
But it will not make you feel sexy. It's pretty greasy, but it's
2 a.m. It's 2 a.m.
yeah,
food.
but it's still pizza.
Another couple cool places in the neighborhood. Evo right here, it's a ski and bike shop. I go get my snowboard tuned there once every year, usually at the beginning of the season. Really affordable. Another cool thing is my bike, it runs out of air in the tire slowly. And since I just live up the street, I swing over here and they got them free air pumps, just pump it up in the store. Maybe a little different now with COVID and touching stuff and all that. But Evo, super awesome place. They only have a couple locations in the country, I think. I think they're based out of Seattle, but I don't know, I think they're in Seattle, Tahoe, here. I don't remember, but only a couple locations. Another thing, you'll notice Sean and I have very consistent on the types of bars we like. Fainting Goat is one of my favorite bars in Cap Hill. Sean and I, we're not against the fancy places, but it's not in our blood like the like a little more divier places are. But yeah, so for sure, Fainting Goat, my favorite for real bar in Cap Hill, and yeah, it's got a rooftop. My favorite liquor store here in Cap Hill is Watson's. It's right across the street from Lowdown on 8th and Lincoln. Seems to have the best prices for off sale. I really like it. I can walk to it. There's a couple other liquor stores, but I just don't like it as much just because of the prices. One of my favorite place here, Lowdown Brewery. It's on the corner of Lincoln and 8th. And I love this place for lots of reasons. One, it's right by my house. I actually used to work at the Anthem building across the street, so I'd walk by it all the time. My favorite watering hole. It's good for good days, good for bad days, and good for any days. But the thing is, a lot of breweries in the Denver area don't serve food where Lowdown does. My favorite thing to get is the Marge Simpson with chorizo. And one funny thing about this place is like all of the things on the menu have funnier names. So like the cheese pizza is called Bitches Love Cheese. The margarita pizza, it's a Marge Simpson. Another thing I really love about it is the outdoor patio. You can have dogs at it, and that's one of my favorite things. Every time I walk by this place, my dog thinks we're going to Lowdown. Another thing too about Lowdown Brewery is they serve hard alcohol here, and that's pretty rare for breweries in Denver. And just all in all, it's a really awesome place. The people who work here are super cool, and the Lowdown IPA. Hands down, one of the best IPAs in Denver. If you think I'm wrong, comment below. Let me know what your favorite one is, and I'll go beer for beer with you. I swear to God, Lowdown IPA is where it's at.
So the cool thing about Capitol Hill is that there are tucked in within all the condos and restaurants and everything going on, there are old historic mansions like this one. This one's really used for like special events, weddings, and things like that, but it's cool that kind of tucked within the trees here. These just incredible houses. It's a fountain of youth. Hey Sean, how come you don't have any wrinkles? Alright, we are in the southwest side of Capitol Hill, and you have a couple cool spots right over here. So this used to be the Govs Park Tavern. It's now Carboy in Logan Street. So Carboy is like a winery type place, and Logan Street is the good food. It's not divey like it used to be, but I like the addition here a little bit better than what a Park Tavern did up off of 11th. And then you have a Trader Joe's right here, right along 7th Avenue. You have a whole lot of great places, including one of my favorite taco places. So the taco place I used to love was called Torchy's Tacos. But I found Tacos Tequila Whiskey used to be called Pinche Tacos, and it's the best. Their mushroom taco it's the best vegetarian taco I've ever had. But yeah, so a couple cool spots. You got Governors Park right here. Some of the mansions that we showed you are right behind here. So this is a cool little area of the neighborhood as well.
Hey guys, thank you for joining us on this week's Capitol Hill neighborhood walkthrough. Sean and I love making these videos. If there's anything we didn't go over, or there's a neighborhood we haven't done yet, comment below. Let us know what you'd like for us to do next. And if you're thinking about moving to Colorado, Sean and I, we own a real estate company, and we're here to help you out. Go to moxiedenver.com, that's where you can find us. And also, if you like these videos, be sure to subscribe to our channel and click that little bell so you're notified every single time we come out with a brand new video.